Your referee from Cuba, Wilfredo Vasquez Calero. Your judges at ringside from Croatia,
So Masibulele,
Zimbabwe,
SIGWELA
Iraq,
preparing
and
for his
Kazakhstan.
second contest here at Dubai 2025. Stopped his opponent, Nawaf Al-Zami of the United Arab Emirates, in the second round of the round of 32 affair. That was right here in Ring B. His opponent, Dzianis, 25 years of age, and in the round of 32 he beat Alan Aiki of Papua New Guinea, courtesy of a unanimous decision.
Round one.
So this is action in the round of 16, an all-southpaw affair between boxers from South Africa and Belarus. The man wearing red is Masibulele SIGWELA, 22 years of age, in his second bout of Dubai 2025, the 2024 national champion of South Africa from the event that was held in Durban, looking for the left cross against his fellow southpaw in blue, and that is Dzianis Zalotsky, competing in his third consecutive world championships, having contested both Belgrade 2021 and Tashkent 2023. So both men going in search of big southpaw lefts. Is a wonderful 1-2 from SIGWELA, but coming back immediately behind a stiff right jab is Zalotsky. Zalotsky keen to will his way forward. Good right-left from SIGWELA, but Zalotsky looking to pin him to the corner, but this is good composure under fire being demonstrated by SIGWELA, but he's finding himself near the ropes once again. Zalotsky continuing his forward march, but he is being scored upon as he presses in a bid to get inside. Good defenses with the gloves from Zalotsky, but he couldn't evade that stiff right jab. And the jab being used effectively by both boxers here through the halfway stage. Both men dropping down to the body. This is being fought at a really high tempo. Will they be able to maintain this pace? Terrific work with the left cross from SIGWELA. And then dropping down to the body once again. Good variety being shown by both boxers as Zalotsky comes back with his own offense during the course of these terrific two-way trade-offs here. And it's Zalotsky looking to keep SIGWELA near the ropes once again. He's got him pinned in the blue corner, hooking his way out of the confined position is SIGWELA. And who will last this pace better? You can see SIGWELA feeling it already, is bearing that luminous green gum shield that matches his socks. And that's presenting an inviting target. Oh, that's a good right hand to the body from SIGWELA. And then a left cross upstairs to snap the head back of Zalotsky. Both of these men punching at a terrific tempo here. Both men having their head knocked backwards with stiff straight shots. And educated hooks being slung in underneath as well. What an opening round, my goodness. Both men punching from bell to bell over the course of the first 3 minutes. Some of the action from a blistering first round. It's invariably Zalotsky over the front foot, but keeping cool is SIGWELA. And there was a wonderful right hand to the body, but Zalotsky kept on coming. And I happen to think his coolness under fire, particularly with his straight shots, which rocked Zalotsky's head back, gave him the better of what was a really competitive opening round. But again, Zalotsky in this every second of the way for the full 3 minutes. What say the judges? Clean sweep of the cards for SIGWELA Masibulele, SIGWELA. 10-9 verdicts returned across the board. So we move into the second round. And Dzianis Zalotsky adopted this type of posture right from the opening bell and took it to SIGWELA. But look at how SIGWELA is able to remain calm under fire and still pierce his opponent's defenses with uppercuts. Now looking for straight shots from the space of center ring. Terrific work behind the 1-2 from SIGWELA. And now moving around the clock face counterclockwise is SIGWELA. Keeping himself off the rope, straight shot success for Zalotsky, but SIGWELA doing a much better job maintaining the gap as he scores with a good left hook to the body. Is this a change in approach by Zalotsky? Or is it because SIGWELA is trying to give the man angles rather than retreating towards the corners and the strands on the perimeter of the ring? Momentum from that attempted right hook, drilling him down into the canvas. Overhand left, not too far away from Zalotsky. That mouthpiece being pushed out once again by SIGWELA. Is he feeling the pace? And we're not even at the halfway stage yet. Looking to take more oxygen into those lungs. And Zalotsky now he is getting onto the front foot after SIGWELA did a good job remaining in the space of center ring where he was effective. But now he's going from one set of ropes over to the corner, and Zalotsky living in the man's chest once again, beginning to unfurl punches down to the body. But boxing his way out of there cleverly and coolly is SIGWELA. Nice work off the ropes from SIGWELA, but Zalotsky simply will not leave him alone, continuing his pursuit of success to both body and head. SIGWELA can't get out of the blue corner, and it's going to take the intervention of the referee to allow SIGWELA to get off the ropes. But Zalotsky right back on the front foot. SIGWELA continuing to fiddle with that luminous green gum shield. Now he's shooting out a sharp shooting southpaw jab in a bid to maintain some space between himself and his opponent. Good left cross to the body fired in by SIGWELA, and then another left cross, and SIGWELA so much more effective and eye-catching and dynamic when he's able to operate from the space of ring center. Zalotsky keen to pin him back towards the ropes where he enjoyed such a bountiful period earlier on in the round. Wonderful right jab from Zalotsky. And what a rally produced in the final minute or so by SIGWELA, and he just nodding to Zalotsky as if to say, okay, what are we doing here? And the two men combining to produce an absolutely thrilling second round. Remember, SIGWELA took the first round unanimously. He got to the space of center ring to begin round number 2, but then Zalotsky enjoyed a period where he pinned him in the corner and really worked away. But what did SIGWELA do? Got back to the space of ring center and began to score effectively behind wonderful straight punches to end the round strong. So a 3-minute stanza that was broken into thirds. And I think that the man who got the better of 2 of those 3 thirds was the man in the red corner. But how will the judges see it? Terrific two-way action of the non-stop variety between these two skillful boxers.
Seconds out.
So Zalotsky taking it
Your third and
on the
final
card of
round.
one of the judges, judge number 4, preferring his front foot pressure, and what an overhand left landed by Zalotsky. IBA live scoring will have seen his team tell him that he's trailing 20 points to 18 for all 5 judges, and that is why he's seeking to pin SIGWELA in the corner just above our commentary position and not allow him any escape route. But SIGWELA has demonstrated that he is a real cool customer under fire, and look at that, just spinning off the line clockwise to his left to land with a right-left combination out of that southpaw stance. Cracking left cross once again from SIGWELA, and another right jab is fed to Zalotsky, who is keen to try and get back over the front foot, but he's running repeatedly into rights and lefts from the South African boxer. So Zalotsky continuing his advance. SIGWELA up on his toes, fiddling with that mouthpiece once again. but any fatigue that he's feeling is continuing to operate and think and function through the discomfort that he may be enduring. And this is why all the hard training is done by the boxers, the road work in the mornings, the calisthenics, the hard spars, the body work, the conditioning. Because look at the manner in which SIGWELA is able to keep the movement going. Pursuing him incessantly is Zalotsky, but SIGWELA, by use of his legs, is able to maintain a gap as he stays off the ropes. Just as I say that, he sinks in a good left hand to the body, only to have his back touch the ropes once again. This is terrific work from both boxers. I happen to think that SIGWELA is getting the better of it, despite being pushed backwards. Not seeking to run, not seeking to hide. As the head of Zalotsky crashes into the face of SIGWELA. And again, SIGWELA shooting out that southpaw right jab that is as straight as a stick. Good work to the body, but then back comes Zalotsky to burrow away downstairs. And it's when he had SIGWELA in the corner in round number 2 where Zalotsky enjoyed his best passage of the round. But SIGWELA keeping his cool under fire. Look at how he's able to score despite being in the corner. The two men had their heads driven back by straight punches. Beautiful ring craft being demonstrated in the manner in which he's able to box coolly while confined from SIGWELA. Wonderful variety in his work. Bent arm punches to the body, straight shots upstairs. That jab landing with a bent arm. Zalotsky continuing to press, going in search of his own success. There's the 10-second clapper. He needed a massive final round, did Dzianis Zalotsky, to overturn the 20 points to 18 deficit he faced for 5 scoring judges. And there he does land a solid shot which snaps the head back of SIGWELA, but the red corner know that their man has done enough to stay with and indeed match and better a really determined opponent. Because Dzianis Zalotsky never stopped pressing from opening bell to last. He was in the contest every second of the way. I just don't think he's done enough to win the contest, but that is not for a lack of effort or application. A wonderful contest produced by these two boxers, but the coolness under fire demonstrated by Masibulele SIGWELA was notable indeed. Let's get the official verdict. I think the man in red's going through.
Ladies and gentlemen, on ring B, your winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner, representing South Africa, Masibulele SIGWELA.
So Masibulele SIGWELA raises an index finger to the night sky here at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Center. And he will be back at the quarter-final stage. His cornerman with an audible cry of yes, yes, when the verdict was announced, because he goes through to the quarterfinals where he will pick up a minimum of $10,000 US. We have to give credit to Dzianis Zalotsky because he played his part in what was a terrific contest filled with two-way action. But the coolness under fire demonstrated by Masibulele SIGWELA was notable indeed, and he goes through to the quarterfinal stage. We will see him again as he remains in contention for a place on the podium.